Good evening. I am here. It has been a few days. It is 12:30 a.m. on Wednesday, September 3rd. I took Sunday night and Monday night off, as opposed to just one of those days. I don't really have much of a reason, to be honest. I was kind of feeling down a bit, but the truth is, I was ready to stream both nights, and I just didn't. Yeah. I don't know. I just opted to do some other stuff instead, and just relax, which, you know, never a bad decision. Hey, V2, how you doing? So, yeah, I'm here. We're gonna have one less stream this week than I thought, and we'll see how we go about it. But, yeah, we're gonna try to finish Bonanza tonight. Might not happen. And if it doesn't, we'll see what's going to happen in the next couple weeks. But you can expect Bonanza tonight, Kirby tomorrow, and Visions of Mana resuming on Thursday when the stream anniversary happens. So get ready. It's going to be a wild 3 days. I may be here Saturday this week. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I don't have any more plans on the weekends for the time being, so don't see why I couldn't be. But probably won't, just because Saturday's usually an off day. But yeah, that's kind of it. Nessie came up this weekend. We went shopping for a little bit, and that's kind of it. I spent most of the weekend sleeping, honestly, while Nessie was doing art. So that's kind of how most of the holiday weekend went. I worked 4 hours yesterday on Labor Day. Did it mostly just to have the job like off my back about not volunteering, and since they did just promote me, it was, you know. It's just to kind of, like, settle things a bit so that when the next day like this comes up, I don't have to volunteer again. That said, it was dead quiet the whole day, so, like, I barely did anything, and I'm glad about that. And I still get paid for it, as well as an extra bonus, overtime. So that's that. Twin Peaks, I finished the main... The main story, the Who Killed Laura Palmer storyline, that ends like halfway into season 2, and I am several episodes past that point. And yeah, I can definitely see why people thought the show falls off a bit in the middle, or rather at the end, like towards the end of season 2, second half of season 2. It just like I get what they're setting up with the plot, but there's just so much happening, and it's like you lose interest in so much of it so quickly. It almost feels like there's no point in, like, half the things happening. And there is. I mean, the whole point is that it's like a lived-in town with people that have their own lives and weird shit going on. But it's also like, ah, man, can we just, like, stick to the main plot here? None of these side stories matter at this point. Maybe they do. Maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe the return will put it all in a different context for me, and I'll like it differently. But I am, at the moment, kind of... like running to the finish line on season 2 just because I want to I want to watch the movie and I want to watch the return. So I want to see where things go, how things escalate, because in the return there's some weird shit going on. So very, very interested to see how they get to point C from point A there. Doing great. Was able to be on your feet for about 7 hours on Sunday with only just your cane. Heel hurt yesterday, but physical therapy was way easier today. That's good. Yeah, you're making progress. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. I don't have a ton else to ramble about. I got a couple new things the last 2 days. On Monday, I got an 8-bit do, or 8-bit do. I think it's 8-bit do is the actual way to pronounce the company. I got their wireless SNK Neo Geo CD controller with the really clicky joystick in it. It's like it's set up like a regular controller with like a D-pad, but instead of a D-pad, it's a flat stick that has micro switches in it. And this is how the original version of this controller was too. So it's like almost like having an arcade stick, just tiny, smaller, and like in the controller. And it's nice. There's a lot of play and travel on it, which is not ideal, but it works fine. Syncing it to certain things is kind of a pain in the ass. I got the adapter so I could use it with the Switch, which is why I was playing Real Bout Fatal Fury recently. Which I suck at, but the controller's really fun to use. It feels very old school, and yeah, it's a neat controller, and I'm glad I got it. I'm kind of, I don't know. I don't have any real plans to use it, but like having it as an option is good. You know what it might be good for, and I tried it a little bit on PC with it. It might be good for UFO 50. So if I go back to if and when I go back to UFO 50, I might make that my my controller of choice for the game. If you don't mind hearing a little clicking, it's not super loud. I'll say it's not like it's a little quieter than that than me typing. So you probably won't hear too much of it. But I'll tell you what's loud. I got today the Digimon D3 25th or Digimon Adventure 02 25th anniversary D3 color. Specifically the Ken, the black and white dark D3 version. And this thing is quite loud if you have it on higher volume. I don't know how well that's picking up on the microphone. But that's coming from like a tiny little VPET sized thing. So it's like it's a little loud. It's also very easy to navigate. Daisuke. I'm playing as Vmon right now. Despite having the Ken version, you do not get to play as Ken from the beginning. You have to unlock him because it goes to the entirety of Digimon 02's story. So you have to beat Ken in the middle of the story to get him. And at the very end, you can actually do the movie plots for 02 and get Willis and Terriermon as well, which is kind of neat. Kind of a neat like final hour Digimon that you could get. Some extra evolutions. It's weird because like they kind of keep him hidden, but he's also like you could see the Digimon on the list on the device, so it's not really hidden. It's an interesting little toy. It's not really a V-Pet. It's more like kind of a small like interactive video game that uses like the V-Pet style. But it just relies mostly on shaking the unit, which actually that pendulum noise, that's actually just for show or for sound. It's not actually there's actually just like a regular accelerometer in it that counts steps. It's very premium feeling. Very hefty, which is nice. It feels a lot less cheap than the like American D3 toys from 2000. It was 2000, yeah, not 2001. Was it 2001? No, it was 2000. It feels a lot less cheap than that. The only thing I really don't like is that the charging port for the battery is just this little door on the side, which in of itself is not bad. It's just that it's so recessed into the side of this plastic, like rubber, that like it just feels weird to open it, and like it's noticeable when you're looking at the device from the side, which admittedly you won't be doing because when you're playing it you're going to be holding it in your hand and shaking it, so it's like, okay, it's not that bad. I do kind of wish that the door was like a little more flush with the plastic. It's weird. It's like it's not rubber. It's like a very soft feeling plastic, but it isn't. But it's like, yeah, it's like got like when you rub it, it like does feel like it's rubbery, but it's actually just kind of like a hard, like a soft texture on top of hard plastic. If I'm not mistaken, this might be what the Switch 2 Pro controller is made of, because I've heard that controller has a very soft plastic feel to it. I would really like one of those because they're apparently very good, but like supposedly the little prongs that come out of the Switch 2 Pro controller are slightly angled in a bit, so from the Pro Controller 1. So when you're holding it, your arms like slightly squeeze into the sides a bit more, and some people have actually like hurt their hands by holding it, which is unfortunate because the Switch 1 Pro controller has like perfect angling on it. Everything about this controller is like amazing, except the lack of like analog triggers on it. But I mean, it is what it is. It's still really good. And let's be honest, no Switch game uses analog triggers except Mario Sunshine, so who cares? And yeah, that's what I've been up to the last couple days. Again, didn't mean to take more than 2 extra days off here. I was gonna take 1 day off this week and not Sunday. But hopefully I'm here until Thursday. Hopefully I'm here till like today, tomorrow, and Thursday, and we'll hopefully finish a few games this week. I will return if Pokemon and Kirby aren't finished this week. I will do them at some point soon. I really just want to focus on Visions of Mana once I get to Thursday, just so I can get it done. It's not that I'm not looking forward to experiencing the rest of it. It's just that it's a long game, and I've already played half of it, so I'm looking forward to just kind of getting the rest done and moving on. I could say this, I don't know how much, because I've already broken the tradition a couple times, once because of Freedom Planet 2 and once because of FF14, but I'm thinking that either ending with the 10th anniversary next year, or ending this, ending this year after I finish Visions of Mana, I'm probably going to cut the tradition off and stop playing a Mana game every stream anniversary, which again, I haven't actually done. Because one of them, Freedom Planet 2, came out, which if you weren't here way back when, Freedom Planet 1 was the first game I streamed. Secret of Mana was the first long game I streamed, and it was important to me, enough that I went back and did a lot of the rest of the series. But I'm kind of like, the urge to keep playing Mana is kind of low right now. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. And then the other year I broke it was because I was in the middle of Final Fantasy XIV, and I'm just like, you know what? I can't make time for another Square Enix RPG right now. I have to focus on finishing 14, or at least a Realm Reborn. So we'll see where things go. We have plenty of time. I'm not gonna try to skip too many streams. I will say that like it does feel refreshing when I skip streams sometimes. It feels like, you know, a break. But at the same time, I also feel like I should be streaming, because I could. And I think, you know, again, a large part of that's just because I have a busy life that drains all my energy. If I didn't have to work 40 hours a week and deal with other stress in my life, I'm sure I'd have way more drive to stream more often. But as it is, that's not the case. Yeah, I'm okay though. Don't worry, I'm fine. Anyway, I'm going to start Donkey Kong in a second. I'm in the post-game, so if you don't want to spoil yourselves, this is like literally the end. I don't know if I'm going to finish it tonight, but I will make an honest attempt to. And I do wish that I had been here slightly earlier, so I could have started this before the usual time. 12:45 is just like the start time now. I hate that. It sucks, because it's like I thought starting my job later now and ending later would free me up in the evenings to like get on top of this quicker, but it seems like I'm just too stuck in the habit. So I don't know. We'll have to see where things go. And that ended perfectly. You'll enjoy whatever I stream? Thank you, EV2. I know, I just don't want to spoil anyone that doesn't want to be spoiled. Anyway, sound up. And we're going to start Donkey Kong in just a second.